Hi, what's good? It's your girl Antonia. Welcome to Amped Up Live. Thank y'all for tuning in. It's Monday, October 28th. And we have here hosts.
Zanisha.
Hello, Zen.
7.
What's good, 7?
Chilling.
So what's up, guys? I just want to hit y'all up with the news, what we got going on, on this early mother effing Monday morning. So apparently it looks like the ISIS leader believed to have been killed in a U.S. raid. President Trump announced the ISIS leader, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, has been confirmed dead in a raid led by the United States in Syria. Reports also say that al-Baghdadi killed himself and 3 other family members by detonating a suicide vest.
That's crazy.
As U.S. troops close in on his location. So what's going on?
I feel like that's fucked up though. Nobody else asked to get killed. This nigga killed them.
Like, how you gonna kill yourself? We trying to kill you.
Nah, but they believe.
Well, he knew that if we caught him, we'd torture him.
All jokes aside, though, I kind of I don't know. I wonder how they feel, the people there. That's their
the ones that are dead.
Well, what do you mean?
Do you mean like the people, his people?
His people.
He in a better place to them. He got
he
like
probably
26 virgins now. That's what they think.
That is very true.
I don't mean he's there.
I mean,
but in their religion,
and they believe they whole believe that for you to just kill yourself, you gotta believe that shit.
Or you just knew that was what happened. He's probably not. Is he like a bad guy to them too, or did America just make us feel like he's a bad guy?
That's a good question.
Very true. I mean, and then you wonder too, like what if they even have news there? I don't even know. But you wonder.
It's probably censored just like ours is.
Yeah, you wonder like maybe they're like, wow, that's someone we really idolize. That's our leader, literally our leader. So now maybe we're setting the tone of, okay, we killed your leader. How are they going to feel here about us?
It's war.
Yeah.
Well, everybody pretty much hates us anyways.
War, especially now.
We kind of are bullies and we don't know how to mind our business,
We are disgusting.
And we got Orange Trump.
Politically, how we've been handling from countries. And it's not just Trump, I just feel like, the warfare, just everything back and forth is just disgusting. Because we're fighting for freedom, or we're fighting for what are we fighting for over
greed.
there where we should be focused here? Is what I'm saying.
We're fighting for control.
Why are we that greedy? We're here. Focus on here. We have our own issues here.
Yeah, but they have the resources there, so we need their resources there.
So
we're killing
we're
ourselves
gonna really
here.
attack them, hurt them, try to be legit bullies, and
Of course, it's America. It's
History is written by the victors,
and it's gonna repeat itself. You're gonna people are gonna continue to try and take people's land and fight and this and that from back in the 1st century. I made that up. yes. Anyways, okay, so next on our topic, we have Safari. Now, it looks like a man was involved in robbing Safari. He pled guilty, and he's facing about a year in jail. It looks like...
This is from after the interview, right? Or before the interview?
I think it was after...
When he was crying?
Yeah. Well, it looks like he was involved in Safari was involved in robbery at gunpoint last year. So it was before.
Yeah.
Last year?
Yeah, last year.
He's only getting a year?
Yeah, a year for gunpoint.
In New
York? State was this in?
1 year.
It was in New York, I think.
That can't be in New York.
So they decided last year that...
Unless he got money.
He decided to take his chances at trial and reportedly pled guilty to the crime. According to TMZ... Carl Harry is one of the 3 alleged robbers, but he apparently cut a pretty good deal with the prosecutor. He pled guilty to 1 count of conspiracy to commit theft, and prosecutors have agreed to recommend a sentence of 364 days in Bergen County Jail. He's also looking at 5 years probation after serving his sentence. What kind of shit?
Bergen County? Is that Jersey?
Bergen County? I don't know. Let me look that up. Bergen County.
But nah, that sounds like snitching to me.
So what happened with his interview? He was crying?
Yeah, he was crying at the interview saying he got robbed and he know the person that did it.
What? Yeah. Who was this interview on? Like, who was he with?
I think Angie Martinez when she first got on Power 105.
What?
He was
did
crying,
not
and you
know
can't
that.
be talking about Badman. And,
For
and
real.
crying
By
on
my
the-
safari, he all
You
tough
can't
and
tell
shit.
somebody how to feel. If he
Nah.
got robbed at gunpoint, you can't tell him not to cry.
But you can't act like a thug and
Please
then
don't
cry on the
kill me.
screen.
You can't
Please.
Be a thug and then cry and scream.
Just because
Oh.
thugs can't cry.
He's gonna cry. It's
Not
over.
not over getting robbed. I'm not crying over getting
I'm
robbed.
gonna cry.
Nah,
I'm crying.
I'm gonna have somebody else cry. I ain't gonna cry.
Don't rob me. Like I'm gonna just like, just take it.
No.
If I knew the person, I'd be like, really?
Word.
You really doing this?
Yeah.
But yeah, they're obviously a snitch.
Yeah. He 365 days for
Attempted
Yeah.
murder, basically.
That's
and
it.
a robbery with a gun up north. You telling somebody.
So next on the topic, we have, this little thing going around trending about Apryl Jones and Omarion.
Horrible.
Apryl Jones is apparently dating Lil Fizz. How? Now, I don't know if you guys know that if you're tuning in, Omarion and Lil Fizz are originally from the group B2K back from what?
Back in the day.
Yeah, the early thousands. Biggest boy group, and so long story short, over time, Omarion, met a girl, got his shorty, got her pregnant, couple kids, and that's Apryl Jones. They separated. Now Little Fizz is dating Apryl Jones.
No integrity.
No. Like,
No.
how would you feel if your homie did that to you?
You got no integrity.
Your baby mama?
Word. All the pussy in the world, you go to
All. Why?
that.
Why?
But you've seen that video of her like slapping her crotch.
Yeah.
And she's like, this good mother.
I don't know. Like, ever since the show, she's always rubbed me the wrong way. Like, she's really about the hype. And then she's, like, so fake. But I feel like they're all fake. Little Fizz baby mama, they're all fake.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if all this was not even real.
Right.
But and I'm hoping it's not, because that's so messed up.
I'm going to need y'all to get it together if it's not.
Yeah, I hope it's fake. I hope it's for the show, but
For
if
real.
it
Where's
is real-
Omarion? How's Omarion doing? Did anyone checking up on him?
Apparently, Joe Budden also give Omarion credit. And he's like, Omarion don't get enough credit for just chilling. Because, man, listen. Nigga. Like, if I was Omarion.
I mean, but you really can't do nothing, though.
You can, but that's nasty. You let God.
Yeah, you gotta let God
End
in
of the
that
day,
situation.
I believe in karma. I'ma just, you can have her. You can have that.
That's messed
But
up.
everybody knows Lil Fizz a little pussycat doll.
That ain't got no integrity.
He
at
is
all.
disgusting. So, have you guys heard the news? Kanye West just dropped his, what is it, 9th album, I think? I might be off a little bit.
Doesn't matter what number it is. Number one.
2019, man. His 9th album. Jesus is King. Dropped, what is it, this past Friday, the 25th, I think?
Yeah.
October? Yeah.
It was great.
How do you guys feel about that? Apparently, there's a lot of uproar because of the fact that he promoting a gospel album on a hip hop track. I mean, on a hip hop charts.
Mm-hmm.
So how do y'all feel about, like, I feel honestly,
I thought hip hop was the devil's music.
hip hop was a devil
They
music.
would. That's what he said.
So why wouldn't you try to reach the people that listen to the devil's music by using their own genre?
Nah, chill.
I feel like Kanye, with that situation, even from his first album, College Dropout, Late Registration, he's always discussed his life. Kanye's a human. He's not perfect. We're not perfect, but at least he's there to put it out. Like, this is the transitions I'm going through. You can either be in the streets or you could be.
Kanye's turning into Mace.
I mean, not even into Mace, but he's trying to, find himself spiritually. I'd rather be finding myself spiritually than getting lost in this culture. Like, oh my God, I gotta be connected to the social media. I gotta be trending. I gotta be this and that. No, I gotta be.
If Kanye is like this 20 years from now, then I'll respect it.
Kanye,
That's the thing. That's a problem.
At least like 5 years. I give him. If he's still on this
he
shit
will
in
be.
5
I think
years,
so because he preached about it 10
He's
years
always
ago.
been about this.
He preached about it 10 years ago. He really did.
I feel like this is.
Look at Jesus Walks. Look at that. That
Still,
Is this
it's
predetermined?
shit. For real. Then, I think it's more
man.
disgusting about. And it's not, I mean, you got to look at it too. It's more about the industry. The industry is sitting here promoting, you're such a fucking whore. That shit blew up overnight. That's not, I'm sure he wasn't feeling that message. But obviously it shows. You could be putting that out Or you could be doing something like Jesus Walk, and you're gonna
And that's
get
the
more
problem.
recognition.
Everybody wants to criticize, and then the minute somebody tries to do something right, they're still being criticized. This is why people kill themselves.
Right.
Like I just want to, if Kanye's really turning his life over, I hope it's for the rest of his life.
I mean,
I don't want the next Kanye album to be like,
I'm pretty sure.
I bleach your butthole again.
I'm a Kanye fan, and he's been consistent. He's been like consistent. I feel with his moods. Like, yeah, I'm that nigga.
Nah, that shit is
Let me
not.
explain.
It's consistently crazy.
As in a typical
Outrageous.
American or whatever human life. Because, we'll sit there. We're kind of like, we're getting to understand what life is. That's when he dropped his first album. Next album, he's like, okay, I'm in the streets and I want to be more creative. Boom. So he's being creative musically. Then now he's getting more into it and it's getting to his psyche, his brain. Then he's getting, depressed. He has life issues. Talk about his mom. He loses his mom and stuff. So he goes through the transition, drinking, being addicted to that or whatever pills he's on or whatever, I
don't think
dealing with Amber Rose, that whole situation, not, a mess.
There won't be a Kanye and
I think
Kim.
There won't what?
They're gonna divorce.
Who?
Kanye and Kim.
They're gonna divorce? I don't think so. 4 kids.
They're gonna
They've been married
divorce.
for 5 years.
Kim's not gonna put up with that shit.
I'm sure she's done worse with him. I think he's at his finest right now. I think he's at his best, and it's gonna get better.
But
I love him.
she might just say, "Yo, I can't do this."
She's doing it.
Nah,
She's doing it.
not for long.
You don't follow Kim. Shout out to Kim Kardashian. We'll have you here soon.
Uh,
But I'm just saying though. I just think that and life is about structure. I don't know. Maybe me. I like structure. Whether that's I like structure. I like orthodox. I like to have things in line. So maybe some people like that too, and they choose to have it spiritually. I do too, but I'm not 1,000 with it. I'm not, perfect.
You also don't have the same responsibility he has either.
He's a man. He's a man of his family. So, you got to get your children to understand, like, look, there's a higher power. You got to have to, now your children is singing your music. You gotta put that energy out there. So I feel like his message and his music is really.
But even in the last album, what's that song with "Thank You for All of Your Glory"?
Yeah.
That song was a positive song. Also, it's not this. This isn't just
Nah,
happening.
Kanye
I think
always
North
does
changed
positive.
When North was born, I feel like that changed him. When you have a
his
daughter,
yeah. All his music, he'll sit back and be really him. That's human. That's human nature. But I felt like he's always trying to preach right and try to bring us to be a better person. And he even said it too with his interview with Big Boy. You can either be a slave or you could be a slave master. Yeah, he was shitting on.
That don't even sound right coming from Kanye, because slavery was a choice to him.
It is. That's kind of proving that. Saying you can either be a slave or a slave master. That is basically that correlates.
But not what he was talking about. That was never a choice.
Obviously not back then. Back in,
And that's another thing. Like that whole little term that really upset people. If slavery was not a choice, then why did we have people like Nate Turner? Why did we have people like Harriet Tubman? Why did we have people like Frederick Douglass?
Right.
That wasn't that's courage. That's not, because I'm pretty sure
courage is a choice too.
Yeah, but not everybody's born with courage. That shit is built up. But if every fucking slave would have been like, you know what, fuck this, and not in secrecy, we all would have died.
Harriet Tubman said she would have saved hundreds more slaves if they would have known that they were slaves. And that's real. It was a choice. Nobody can tell me that.
But then there was also shit like breaking the buck in, like fucking slaves from babies to make them grow and think. There was also the Bible that was like, you listen to your master because God said you listen to your master. That was brainwashing. That's like, what's that shit called when you have somebody that abuse you and then
Stockholm syndrome?
Yeah, like you still love that person. So you're a slave, then your child's born a slave, then your child's born a slave. That's not a choice to them. That's the way of life now. If God's saying it.
And what was that letter that we learned about?
About the Willie Lynch syndrome.
The Willie Lynch syndrome. If you read that letter, it is a breakdown of all of that. So it doesn't mean it's not a choice. It means that your oppressor had one up on you. Yeah, that's all it means.
And it takes courage to, but not everybody have, not like.
You can't tell me that those slaves did not, that wanted to keep being slaves. They
some of them did. Some of them did want to keep being slaves. Some of them died after.
I think they wanted to be a slave. I don't think it was one. I think they didn't know.
Yeah, they didn't know. That's what I'm saying. It was born.
Even in the Bible, when Moses led them out of Egypt, when they were walking for 40 years, they wanted to go back.
I'm pretty sure.
Imagine if they knew how to read. That's it. It wasn't really like.
If every slave would have been like, you know what, fuck this, I'm not being a slave. A lot of them would have died. They would have been way less.
A lot of them died either way.
Died. Yeah, but the people that would have been, the oppressors would have been dying too.
Died
but we would have been happy
if they didn't do it in secrecy.
You fight for, to at least.
You know how many Black Americans died in the Civil War?
Yeah, that was the first to die.
Exactly. So you have to die for stuff. They were fighting for something that was against them. Imagine fighting for something that you believe in. Bottom line, it sounds.
They didn't believe.
It's harsh to hear. It's harsh to hear that, especially when you are somebody who deals with oppression still to this day, in America. But the truth is the truth, no matter who tells it. That's the truth. The bottom line is, it is a choice. Nobody woke you up in the morning, forced you to do this. I mean, they whooped your ass. I guess.
I feel like Kanye, when he said that, he was taking slavery like back then and social media slavery and just trying to put it in one. That
there's not
work.
It's all the same thing though, because slavery doesn't start in the body; it always starts in the mind. So social media is a form of slavery because mentally we're addicted to it.
But you can't put those two together because that's way different. Slavery over social media and then physical.
And what's the common denominator? The mind.
Like
mind.
Physical beatings, like physically in the Bible. Like, all right, back then it was religiously, it was psychology, it was all of that being put into a race of people. Now, like, that's bigger because the social media is like worldwide, like slavery was too, but that you put one thing on social media and everybody in the world see it. But slavery, they was literally like beating that shit into you, like telling you that God's not gonna love you if you don't listen to your master. Taking people. Like,
we'll touch on that. We're gonna touch on that. We're gonna touch on that soon. Let's wrap this up here. Get on with our day and our morning. So yeah, I want y'all to tune into us, Amped Up Live. Follow us, Amped Up Live, Amped Up Entertainment, YouTube, our website. Hit us up on the app. Thank you for rocking out with us this early morning. Y'all be good. Later.